Hey YouTube, Longest Post 1975. Yeah, sorry about this. It's my Super Bowl beard. Obviously now it's over, I will be getting rid of it. Lamest excuse for a beard ever. From time to time, I get PMs from people, and this is also very humbling. I get PMs from people asking my opinion on certain subjects on YouTube and outside of YouTube. I don't know why people want to know my opinions on it, but like most people, I have opinion on quite a lot of things. So it's, it is nice to get it. Now, the reason I'm making this video so quick off the bat compared to my last video is quite simply, this is a really good question, and I was thinking about this at work, and it's a loaded gun of a question, and it's not a very easy question to answer. In fact, I don't even know if I can answer this. A YouTuber called Mr. Simon Minecraft, I'll put a link in the doohickey down below, go and check him out, he's a new channel. He PM'd me, we were PMing back and forth, and he PM'd this question, where he says he constantly hears that people say that YouTube is a hobby. I openly say YouTube is a hobby, it's a hobby of mine. And he goes, but he was wondering what I think about when channels get to certain sizes. Does it stop necessarily becoming a hobby for them and become something else, and therefore they change their videos to suit the wider audience to basically maximize views? And yeah, I thought that's a really good question. Like anything, I think it's very, very dependent on the person, the personality and the nature of the person. There will be people who become absolutely massive, and they will always stay very, very close to their roots, and they could have sort of 50,000 views, but they will just carry on doing 50,000 views, 50,000 subscribers. They will just carry on doing what they do, because regardless of the size of their audience, this is what they do. This is what they like. They're probably over the moon to have the size of the audience they do, but they feel no need in changing what they do. I think a great example of that is Happy Console Gamer. What's he on? And please don't quote me, people. He's like on 38,000 subscriptions. You look at his early videos, you look at his current videos, there may be sort of a difference in the quality of presentation, how polished they look, editing, effects and things like that, but 100% you can see the passion he's got, and you can see the same person in there. So regardless of the size of his audience, he's not changed his content. He may have, tweaked it in the sense that it's more professional than it was, but it's the same content right there, But then obviously you will get people who, and I'm not naming any channels, I can't even think any off the top of my head, but I'm basing this on human nature. You will get people who go, look at my audience size, wow, it's massive. Oh wait, I've just become a partner. I've got, the option to make, to monetize my videos. Ooh, hang on a minute. Clicks means views, views means the adverts mean cash, and quite possibly will change their format, well, not their format, their output completely. You will look at it and go like, wow, that's completely different to the stuff you were doing. But that's just, like I said, that's just human nature. That's just the personality of an individual. And like, not naming anyone, but I have seen some channels that when they got partnership, their content did change, and even to a point where some people were kind of like, wink wink, nudge nudge, click down there if you could, basically openly talking about the banner, which is a stupid thing to do, because obviously I don't know, because I don't have it and I don't want it, but the terms and conditions of having advertisements is you can't openly ask people to click on it, because obviously they're there to ascertain the market of a product, and if people who are popular and big are telling people to click on it, then obviously that's false sort of information towards that product, I think. But yeah, I'm getting off topic. That's why this is such a difficult question to answer. You will see that. That's just human nature. You will see that. I'm not saying everyone does it. I'm really not saying that. This is just an observation. This is just my answer to his question. But then there is the out and out, when certain people are at a certain level of popularity, they do out and out sell out. But here's the thing. talking about, this is where it gets really difficult. This is such a good question, mate, but it's so hard to answer. This is where it gets really difficult to nail it. Like, with people selling out. Now, here's the other side to it. Here's where I think it's interesting, you know. I guess what you're talking about could be labelled as selling out, but I think isn't necessarily selling out. I mean, if it's an instant about-face change in their content, and you can see that it is kind of for hit purposes or whatever, yeah, then I guess that is, you know, it's not a hobby for them anymore. But you've got to remember, unless you've been with someone from the start, you don't necessarily know all their passions. It's easy to sit there and watch a channel when you've watched sort of 4 or 5 videos, and then suddenly they do a video out of left field and you're like, what the hell was that? That's not what I subscribed for. But the thing is, if you were at the start, as you watch the channel grow, then you will see this person's passions for everything. Whether they're talking or making video game videos, at some point they will drop other things into the mix about what they like, what they're passionate about. So, you know, to say, well, hang on a minute, this is not what I subscribed for. Well, the thing is, you may not have seen what that person's done in that video in their character, whether they made videos about it or not originally. You know, you may not have seen that, so you shouldn't necessarily go, you know, what the hell are you doing? Because to me, that's sort of the evolution of a channel, if you will. It was there, it was in them. It's going to come out. It's going to happen. It doesn't immediately mean that they're selling out or that they're going to the dark side or whatever. Because if you look at my early videos, my whole goal was that Mega Drive thing behind me. But I have other passions, and I haven't been a solely video game channel for a long time. But that's simply because that once I started getting comfortable on camera, I started thinking, I want to share the other things I love with you. Doesn't mean I'm selling out. It's just like, well, no, hang on. Here's the other side of my personality. Here's the other things I enjoy. I don't necessarily want to label myself as a one-trick channel, and that's not for view purposes. I mean, whatever comes in it, I make it, bang it, it goes out. So it's not for view purposes. So I honestly think when you look at channels, you need to understand that there will be an evolution, sounds like a shampoo, evolution, a progression of that channel, of that person's character. The more comfortable they get, you know, the easier they start to find to making videos. You know, the fact that some people don't start off in front of the camera but then feel comfortable enough to go in front of the camera. I think it's easy to say sell out when someone may not necessarily be selling out. They're just finding themselves, finding their medium, finding their passions, sharing their passions, but basically evolving their channel. I don't know. I think I may have just talked the biggest load of bollocks right there. I don't know. What do you think? I just think there are some channels that do about face change immediately, and you do think, where the hell did that come from? But lots of other channels, I just think, well, before you comment or think something, were you there from day one? You know, because you will get a feel for a person, you will get a feel for their character. I like to think people have a feel for my character. So it may not necessarily be selling out. It may be just, like as I said, the evolution of the channel, and at some point it suddenly just went, hey, I'm really comfortable with me now. Instead of a video game video, let's do something about toys. Anyway, that's my thoughts, mate. I don't know. I've probably butchered your question, but let me know what you think. Everyone else, let me know what you think. I'll see you later.